meanwhile, like back to brass tacks here, like everybody always wants to come back to the economy. And I agree with Tom, by the way. I think we should never shy away from talking about what the core values are here. Like let's put them right there on the table. Let's talk about it. And let's say, I mean, honestly, I think more of the country, if you simplified things a little bit and you didn't, and there wasn't a whole industry of people that are there to divide us. Like that's how they make their money. If we didn't have that, I think we could agree on a lot more. But that's why I think it's important, and also to just making a plea. If anybody's made it this far that's apathetic, I doubt it. If you have made it this far and you're politically apathetic, I virtually slap you in the face and want to wake your ass up. But like, come on. Like, I just don't understand people that want to stick their heads in the sand, not facing what
You don't
we're
have that
dealing with.
luxury. You simply
No,
don't have that luxury. If you don't have the luxury of being apathetic where you can just rock along in your little world, because I can tell you, if we lose this thing, your world is going to change. It's going to get worse. First of all, these are not smart people. They are destructive. Nothing will stop them. They will be continue to enrich themselves. You will suffer
destroy
as a
the
consequence.
economy, going to destroy, they're going to ignore and violate
That's right.
anyone and everyone's freedom on
That's right.
every level
That's right.
they feel like. They are going to impose their will on every aspect of life. Yeah. Like that's where this shit ends up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like we're making this up.
Right.
This is the way these things go in the world. And that's not a new thing. So like, yeah, I hope people wake up. And in the meantime, I mean, like, I'm trying not to spend too much time obsessing about every little, piece of news, though it's really hard not to. But thinking much more about like what can I do, to sort of make an impact on any level going forward now through the midterms. And I am going to be pursuing professional opportunities in the field if anyone wants to reach out. But also just, whether it's volunteering, whether it's going to protests, helping to organize. I've stepped up my efforts and I encourage everybody to think about just even if it's just like what's the one thing that I could do, whether, you go on ice patrol
That's
in
right.
in your neighborhood or you get involved in a chapter of Indivisible or whatever. But
That's
just
right.
like get with the democracy loving, decent people that are out there. There's so much more of us than there are of them. And they're going to find that out in November. And I think it'll have the opposite effect. I think the more that they try to oppress and they try to, like Minneapolis didn't back down. And actually, if they had gone harder, I think Minneapolis would have gone harder.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
I
think
mean,
that's going to be true in a lot of other
yeah,
places that, maybe that's what they want. I don't know. But like, they definitely want to disturb things. They definitely want that they're going to walk it all the way up to the line in
that's
terms of
exactly
trying to
right.
intimidate
That's
and
exactly
and
right.
potentially
Because
oppressed. But